Hello there, my name is Anthony Ortega, and today I will be discussing the question, are high school students prepared for life successes? So, what are we going to talk about? Well, very simple. Questions such as, if high school students are prepared for life successes, are schools doing enough to prepare students? What can be taught to students in preparation for success? COVID's influence, job opportunities, focuses on academics, and my overall personal viewpoint of the question. So, I want you to look back. Nice summer's day. 17, 18 years old, sitting there with your cap and gown. Did you sit there and did you in your head think that you knew how to be an adult? Did you know how to be successful? All right. Did you know how to make car payments, pay your taxes, time management, pay off mortgages, and overall how to be a very successful adult? When you threw your cap in the air, did you go from ignorant teenager to full-blown adult within that amount of seconds? I just want you to keep that question in your mind. All right. So, what do most high school kids do once they graduate? Go to college. So, does high school help you prepare for college? Well, yes. Yes, it does. And how? Well, very simple. It's going to show you skills for the classroom, such as note taking, essay writing, and overall work ethic in the classroom. Also, some high schools offer advanced courses. So, for example, in my high school, Bergen offered a program where you would be taken out of your, let's say your like gym class, and you would go in a different room and work towards getting an associate's. And so at the same time that you're graduating high school, you also get an associate's degree from Bergen. All right, college trips, campus tours, and show you all around the school to tell you what the school offers and the overall vibe of the school and independence. Because at the end of the day, you're on your own, kid, and everything. And in order to be successful, you have to rely on yourself. So how about overall life? How about overall being successful for life? Well, let's see. Teachers' main goal is to influence, is to burn a flame in their students. So developing critical thinking skills is very important because in order to be successful, you have to know how to think. All right. Also, learning time management, how to make time for friends, family, love life, work, and overall everything in between. You need to make time for everything and know how to manage it. Communication skills, all right? If you just be quiet, you will not be successful. So, how does high school teach you this? By making you raise your hand if you need something. Also, learning to work independently, as I said earlier. You're on your own, kid. And overall, working by yourself is going to overall lead you higher than working with others. So, with that being said, there's one thing that for overall success that a lot of people genuinely need. And what is this? A high school diploma. Most successful and well-paying jobs require you to have a high school diploma. This shows that you have some basic skills to the point of being successful. All right. So if you want to be a teacher or work for a big corporation, you need a high school diploma. If you want to flip burgers for the rest of your life, you do not need a high school diploma. So with all that being said, you could say, oh, high school does lead to success. But I want to play this video and let's see what you think after the video.
No, not at all.
Automatically coming into the real world and, having to get a job and, be a grown up. So I feel like I wasn't prepared.
I really wasn't taught the skills needed to really get myself out there in my career. I had to learn a lot of this stuff on my own.
I feel like a lot of kids leave school not prepared. There's just a lot of testing and that doesn't relate to the real world.
They're teaching to the test, so teachers don't get in trouble and towns don't get in trouble and superintendents don't get in trouble.
The focus on only standardized testing and like that being the metric that schools receive money and funding, and like it doesn't provide education that is helpful for children.
Most of the things I've learned came through life experiences.
Well, I guess the things I'm good at, I learned like by doing them. You know, it's not something you can really learn from a textbook.
The things I wish we learned in school are practical things.
I literally just texted this group chat of mine and said, like, how do you do taxes? Like, I don't know how to do taxes, and I feel like that's something that I should have learned in high school.
Even like some accounting stuff, or like, you know, budgeting and stuff like that, like would be really helpful.
Planning and mapping out our futures. Even some skills is cooking.
How to understand health insurance.
I still struggle with my finances, and I still don't know how to plan for my retirement.
I wish it was just, you know, a more personal relationship, because maybe I could have consumed a little bit more information.
And you're not learning real life skills. You're not learning how to prep to deal.
Prep these students for life and what they're actually getting into, instead of to score well on tests.
We're all equal in our rights. We're not all equal in what we're good at. And we should be kind of encouraged to do whatever it is we're good at.
We don't really support failure in the way that we should. We don't support learning from it. It's just don't fail the test.
We're not setting our kids up, I don't think, for success.
Okay. According to XQ Super School, says, quote, when we ask students in our audience polls to rank how prepared they feel for the real world on a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being the highest rating, only 30% rated their preparedness at a 4 or a 5. This is a low number, not even a third. That wasn't surprising to the educators and researchers we spoke with, especially considering students' recent lived experiences. Because unfortunately, to some teachers, they only care about academics. They do not care about what goes on outside the classroom, all right? Your math teacher does not care if you know how to pay taxes. Your English teacher does not care if you know how to time manage, all right? School's main focus is academics. And overall, most of life's lessons are found independently on the street outside of the classroom, not inside of the classroom. Also, within the last 4 to 5 years, in my opinion, though the pandemic has played a crucial part in how classrooms work and overall work ethic of students, all right? The pandemic has led to overall laziness in the classroom, right? And literally no consequences. All right, online school had almost zero consequences. Everybody cheated. Nobody wanted to hand stuff in on time, and no one really worked towards getting their high school degree. All right. So, my personal viewpoint on this question, as a 20-year-old who has only been outside of high school for about 3 years, I say that I do not believe that high school has prepared me for life successes. All right, because one, this current generation is very lazy. Everything comes easy to them. Also, everyone is very delusional. All right, everybody thinks that they're gonna graduate high school and they're gonna sit at home and do nothing. All right. Sometimes in school, teachers would just give us these thoughts in our head that without hard work, we cannot be anything. All right. Like I said like I said earlier, COVID's impact also had a part to play, and also a lack of support. Because I can clearly recall that during my high school experience, there were just some teachers who only favored those who truly applied themselves, all right? So, for me, personally, I was not given the opportunities to go to a big school, all right? I go to Bergen, which honestly, I am very proud of, all right? I am proud to the fact that I had given 3 years of my life to this school. But back then, I remember clearly, we were shunned upon. We were almost looked like, oh, you're going to that school? Not impressive. While the other students who were going to a big, more expensive schools were seen as heroes to everybody. Okay? All right? But back in high school, all the like teachers cared about was that we made them look good, not our future, right? I know so many people who I have graduated with that when I asked them this very question, their immediate answer was no. They said that they had to go out there, get a job, or go to college and figure out themselves how to do stuff. All right. My final statement is this. Do you believe that high school students are prepared for life's successes? I just want to know, did you think back to 17, 18 years old, and were you confident that you knew what you were doing? Because in my personal opinion, I was not. I was not prepared. I had to go out there. Since high school, I've worked 4 jobs. All right, and within those 4 jobs, I learned more than I did sitting in a high school for 4 years. So, to conclude, I believe that high schools do not prepare students for life success. My name is Anthony Ortega, and thank you very much.